So we gonna talk about Endgame now.
All right, so yeah, we off that because like I'm trying to be like civil.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
playing
fine.
Civil War over here, and you're like, nah, I'm going straight at the jugular.
Life too short, yo.
Whatever. All right, so we're gonna go into movie news. You know, the biggest movie right now out there is Marvel's Avengers Endgame, and in regards to Infinity War, I thought it was a great lead up, great build up to like what they were doing for with a combination of everything that happened in Marvel, and you're having this Civil War, like having Civil War first, and then you're having the Infinity War, and it's like this whole big build up, and so now they give you the payoff with Marvel's Endgame.
So 10 years in the making.
Yeah, this is like 10 years in the making, and so they give you the payoff with Endgame, and I thought it was like an amazingly done movie. The character development, the showing like where all of our our heroes came from and what they were doing, and I'm just really grateful for the way that they used Captain Marvel because I fucking hated her. I hated Brie Larson. Yo, I'm sorry. I don't like Brie Larson.
She wasn't even in the movie.
That's why I'm happy. I'm so happy.
Like,
she only played like she was like
minutes.
in
5 minutes.
yeah, 5 minutes of the whole entire movie. She was
total,
only like
5 minutes.
what, 3 scenes?
Four.
Yeah, 4 scenes. She was in like showing up to help Tony.
Yeah, in the beginning.
And showed up to go after Thanos.
Yeah.
And then showed up in the hologram.
Yeah.
And then showed up at the end.
Yeah, it's 4.
I was so happy because I'm like, oh, Captain Marvel wasn't even really in this movie. Thank God.
Like, she had no emotion. She had zero emotion.
That's why I hate her.
She had zero emotion. For me,
okay, why did you hate the movie? Let's go into that. Like, why did you hate it?
some plot holes.
Well, yeah.
And I wasn't feeling like they lost. Spoiler alert: you lost 3 of the starting cast at the end. Like, you lose Black Widow. I understand she had to sacrifice herself. I understand that.
I saw that, like, the whole Black Widow thing I saw coming.
You know what I'm saying? And then Cap, he want to come back. He want to spend time with Peggy. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then you got to kill Tony because Tony, he's the one that started the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
So you just take out the 3 starting cast of the Avengers. Just like that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. My second beef will be Thor.
Oh, Fat Thor?
Not Fat Thor. like his power skill, all right?
Yeah.
So after the snap, he was depressed, because he could have killed him. But he decided to go for the chest, not the head.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. And Captain Marvel told him, yo, I know where he's at. All right, we're going to deal with it. Thor goes, gives him the killing blow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Thanos, he destroyed the Infinity Stones by the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, whatever. It's their movie, whatever. So then he's more depressed now because he has no hope of getting back, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming because he gained weight, he lost his power and strength. I'm only assuming that.
Yeah.
Because I'll say because for my part 5. So part 3 now?
Yeah.
So 3 is, why not go back in time before Thanos destroyed the Infinity Stones instead of going all the way back and making an alternate timeline?
Okay, well here's the reason why, right?
Okay.
Because Tony explained it was that they can go back to certain points in time, but they need to know what those things were like. They need to know definitely what was going on at those different points in time, right? So they made a plan so they wouldn't have to deal with Thanos at all. That's the reason why they were trying to do that, because they realized that if they got Thanos post second snap, right? They'd have to get the gauntlet off of Thanos. So the whole reason why they didn't go through that route was that they planned on getting the Infinity Stones without Thanos knowing about it, stop the snap from do their own snap, go back to their present time, do their own snap, because this is after they plan on making sure, because Thanos is already dead during the 5-year period. Yeah. So they were trying to come back to their time, do the snap to bring back everybody, and Thanos would already be dead because they already cut off his head. So that's why they went back in time, get the stones before Thanos even knows about it, then go back to their present time where Thanos is already dead, do their snap, and then put all the stones back where they were supposed to be in history.
Yeah,
to make sure the timeline stays on point.
Like doing a Barry Allen type of thing.
Yeah.
I get that part, right? But it would have been much easier because now it's Thor, Cap, Tony, everybody on a Thanos that is just chilling in his little villa like he's Pablo Escobar, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You could have caught the man off guard. And you have Captain Marvel. So you had all the heavy hitters there, right?
Mm-hmm.
My fourth beef, Nebula, right?
So I had an issue with Nebula.
So you're telling me...
I had an issue with Nebula.
So you're telling me you had no clue that your system is going to be connected when you go back in time? Like, come on now. like that cheesed me.
Here's my biggest issue with the Nebula thing.
Go.
Was that, okay, Nebula and War Machine had the Pym particles to send them back, right? So instead of Nebula going and telling she could have just, once she realized that, oh no, Thanos knows, she could have just gone back and let them know, yo, Thanos knows, we got to get this done right now.
Yeah.
But instead, she goes to go and tell, what's her face? Go tell Hawkeye and Black Widow, Thanos knows. It's like, why would you do that? Like, I don't understand where that came from.
Yeah, especially when the man had the boom tube on her. Why couldn't she just go like, bloop, bloop?
Yeah, just hit the Pym particle and say, yup, I'm out.
Yeah. But you get captured. It's like, come on, Nebula. You have to know that your systems are linked. You had to. And on top of that, why didn't you disconnect yourself in the future? My fifth and last thing. Why was Thanos so OP? Why? When he was fighting Tony and Guardians of the Galaxy and Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, they were busting his ass. They were busting his ass. So he had to retreat. Okay? So then when Thanos was in Wakanda, he had to deal with Tony, Hawk, Bucky, T'Challa. He had to deal with everybody. They were busting his ass. Thor 2. Busting his ass. But now they have Tony, Cap, Thor, front line, and Thor had both the Stormbreaker and his first hammer.
Mjolnir.
And they were getting worked by Thanos.
Okay, well, that's easy to explain.
Okay, explain it, man.
Okay, it's easy to explain. What you were fighting, what they were fighting, because like I saw a Sporter thing on it because people were asking about it. Like some people were asking like, how is it Thor's like, how is it Thanos was like so OP and before it was like so whatever.
Yeah.
Because the first Thanos that they fought was a Thanos who was ready to just say, yo, I'm gonna end everything.
Oh, on top of that, he had the Infinity Stones. Can't forget about that. He had the Infinity Stones.
Yes, and in the first one, he didn't have to really work, because he had every time that they did something to him, he used one of the Infinity Stones and changed something. He did use the Infinity Stone and did something. He didn't have to really put in work, right?
Okay.
Right. Each time, like when he first started off, murking them, he already had the Power Stone.
Yeah.
Plus, he had what's it called? He had the Power Stone, and I think he had the Ether.
Yeah.
So he was already OP,
That's what I say. Like he was
Like when
OP.
he started, no, but I say he was OP in the sense of like, look, he didn't even have his minions with him. He was just fighting people and just dealing with them by using the stones. He didn't really fight in the first movie. If you really look at it, he didn't really fight. He used the stones most of the time.
Yeah, that enhanced himself, and he got special powers from the gauntlet and the stones.
Yeah, so he had only 4. He had what's it called? Like I think it was like 5 of the stones when he started off, or 6 of the stones when he started off doing his fighting. Or 5 of the stones when he started off doing the fight. In the last one
was visions.
Yeah, the last one was visions. Once he had vision stone, that's where it was just like it was over. Now in this one, he didn't have the gauntlet at all.
Yeah.
Right?
And he was more powerful.
Yeah, because he was a seasoned fighter. Because this isn't Thanos from Infinity War.
It's a younger
This is Thanos from 10 years in the beginning of the Marvel Universe. This is the Thanos where what's it called before Guardians Thanos.
Yeah, because he still has Gamora.
Yeah, because they still had Gamora. So this is before he was a part of this is a Thanos right with when Guardians. Because remember he said, "I'm gonna send you to go to Ronin." So this is Guardians Thanos.
Yeah.
So this is Thanos before he got before he even went on the hunt for the Infinity Stones. He was going to start beating the crap out of people.
Yeah.
Thanos, right? So once he came in and saw that they were like they already got the stones before him, before he even went on the hunt for the stones, and these guys are bouncing through time taking the stones, he's like, nah, I'm gonna wait till they get all of them, and I'm gonna fuck them all up. So what is the first thing that Thanos did is like, yeah, I was going to just, do the snap and let half of the world just, survive and, be happy. But now I see that's not gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is kill everything and start over. So this is a Thanos that is like, I was gonna be nice. Because remember, when Thanos went after every world, he only killed half the population and left the other half alive. Mm-hmm. Right? Every world he conquered, he only killed half. But then when he saw that, by me doing this and like letting half the population survive and letting half the universe survive, this is how you guys are gonna repay me? Fuck that. That's why this Thanos was OP and just saying, I'm gonna murk everything. So, and just because of you, Tony, I'm killing everyone.
I don't care.
Cause even look, when he had the gauntlet, before he even got to use the power of the gauntlet, when Captain Marvel came down and started beating she was beating the living hell out of him. Yeah. And how was he able to stop her? He took the Power Stone out, put it in his other hand, and gave her one thump that sent her flying across, and you never saw Captain Marvel again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that, but I'm trying to say, Wakanda and on the planet Thanos with the gauntlet was getting worked. He was getting worked with the powers. He was getting worked. Now, a younger Thanos, let's just say, younger Thanos has everybody at him at one time, and he's working at everybody without no gauntlet.
Okay, but look at it. He was the Thanos that was on the planet was a Thanos who was complacent, who was just relaxed, who already knew that he already won. He knew he already won, right? He knew that regardless of whatever they did, he already won, because he had majority of the stones. Mm-hmm. So he was like, I don't care about any of you, even though that when they were batting him up and whatever, he's just like, yeah, whatever. Because look. What was one of the lines that Thanos said in the movie when everyone beating him up, batting him up, Tony Stark comes and gives him one slice across the face, and he's like, all of this for a drop of blood. Thanos knew he won. He's like, you guys put all this work and all this effort, and all you got from me was one drop of blood. Good on you. Good job, guys. I'm gonna deal with all of your cases. Yeah. And in Infinity, in the Endgame, Thanos they had the gauntlet. Yeah. Thanos didn't have it. That's what I'm saying. So all of his work, the reason why he was OP and so enraged, is because in the original movie he already had the gauntlet. He had the gauntlet, and he already had stones in it. And this one he had nothing. So he's pissed because in his timeline they took all of the stones already. All the stones are taken out of out of the timeline. So even if that like because they're jumping through different times and taking all the stones out, so even if Thanos went to certain points, they're already gone in his timeline. They're already gone from his timeline, so he can't get to any of them. Because once they're taken, like especially the Loki, taking the Tesseract.
Yeah.
The Tesseract is gone because the Tesseract is gone from in the past, so they can't get to that at all. He can't get to the Tesseract because it's taken out of their timeline, and all the like 3 of the stones are on Earth, and now they've been taken out of the timeline, so he can't get to any of them, regardless. So he's a Thanos who's pissed off,
still don't care,
and has nothing to lose.
Still don't care.
Whatever.
Still don't care. And then I think I had one more. Gripe.
You're talking about my biggest rap was friggin' Hulk.
Yes, that was.
I didn't like Hulk. I don't care what anybody has to say. I don't like Hulk. You guys
read the comic, right? So when Hulk and Mr. Banner, I have to call him Mr. Banner, you know, fused together, it's Professor Hulk, right?
Yeah.
It's best of both worlds. OP was smart. This was a jackass.
Yeah.
He did nothing in the whole movie. Zero.
He brought nothing to the movie.
Yes, he brought nothing to the movie. I was like, even in a fight scene, I swear he didn't fight. He just saved he saved Rocket and War Machine.
And War Machine, yeah. And then even War Machine, I was like, what? Hold on. War Machine had no armor, and then all of a sudden War Machine has an armor. Yeah. I'm like, where did this armor come from?
Like, I was like, he didn't fight. Hulk did not fight in the whole movie. The whole movie didn't fight. I was like, yeah.
And I know they put the whole thing in the movie where he, like, spoilers. So, like we were saying, Professor Hulk, when they did the fight scene in the first Avengers, and it was like, yeah, you should maybe you want to go and smash a couple things. He's like, oh, I think this is redundant. Took off his shirt and like, smash, I'm like, I know this is for comic relief, but this is not funny.
Yeah,
this is kind of stupid.
And then at the ending, with him bringing Cap to the past to bring back everything and the hammer, and then he comes back, and then he's like, oh, he's not back. But wait, who is that? It's like, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. I was like, you know what? There's 2 things I'll give, probably 3 to 4. I'll give the movie. It was a good farewell to Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? To Robert Downey Jr. His legacy will never be touched. If they try to make another Iron Man in the next 10, 20 years, like a reboot, nobody can touch Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. So I'll give him that. They gave the man a good farewell. I'm not feeling Black Widow, but it is what it is.
Well, they are going to do a Black Widow movie.
Yeah, she's going to come back with like probably a prequel to Black Widow. Call it. I was feeling Hawkeye though. He became Ronin in the comics. I was feeling that he was busting ass. I was enjoying that. And Cap giving the shield to Falcon. I was feeling that too. Other than that, it was okay movie. Like it gets a pass. I thought it would be more, but it gets a pass.
It's a 3-hour movie. What more did you want?
No, I'm not talking about hours and all that stuff. I'm talking about like more development after the movie. What's gonna happen? But I know they're saying after Endgame, it's gonna go straight to the Spider-Man joint. I want to see now how is life, cause remember they snap back, right?
Yeah.
So people coming in 5 years into the future.
Yeah.
Show us how is that going to happen instead of showing us a little conversation with Cap and Falcon. You know what I'm saying? Like, show us what's going on with the world by them doing the double snap. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me this stuff. Is what's her name again? Pat, the girl, Iron Man's wife.
Pepper.
Is she gonna be Iron Man now? You know what I'm saying? Like, is she gonna be one of Avengers part-time? Like, there's so much unanswered questions. I'm not gonna wait to the next Avengers. We probably find out on Spider-Man, because Spider-Man, they're talking about the multiverse and stuff. Sorry again, spoiler alert. You know,
Well, if you didn't watch it, if you didn't like, you'll know by the trailer, and
Yeah.
you better watch the Endgame to understand
And
what's one in the
if
trailer.
they do the multiverse, and let's just say they take out a Cap from other multiverse or take out a Tony from universe, it's gonna do no justice to Endgame. It's like a slap in it. It'll be cool to take him out from time to time, like a Secret Wars type of thing. That'd be cool. But if you're gonna take them out and have them again as a main cast, in the main Earth, it's a slap. Well, I guess we gotta wait another 10+ years to see the fruits of the labor. On that being said, too, I want to see how they're gonna integrate X-Men mutants into this new world.
Oh well, there was a thing that they said that happened. Like there was like I've been watching a lot of the videos on like spoilers and whatever from the Endgame, and there's a theory on how they can introduce mutants, because okay, so they said that the what's it called, the Infinity Gauntlet, like the whole thing, it gives off gamma radiations, right? So when Thanos did the snap on Earth, it sent out a giant wave of gamma radiations throughout the entire Earth, right? So when they did the snap, and especially when they snapped to bring people back, like everybody that they killed off, by the whole gamma radiations with the snap, them all coming, like one, they brought them all back, and then two, Tony did another snap to kill all of Thanos' guys. So they brought a whole bunch of people back, and then he did another snap. So he sent off 3 things of gamma radiation throughout the world. So they're saying that, gamma radiation causes mutations. Mutants! Introducing the mutant universe and thing.
Kind of wax though, but okay, I'll go with it.
Hey, look, man, you just gotta you gotta take your wins with your losses. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta take your wins where you can get them.
Okay. That's it. All I gotta say is okay.
He's like, okay. No, like, but are there things that you liked about Endgame? Because you're like, you have a whole, like, it seems like you have a lot of things you hated about it.
Yeah, like I said, Cap giving the shield to Falk, it was a better choice to give to Bucky. And if you read the comics, he gives the shield to Falk. The fight scenes were not the lack thereof, but they were fine. I thought since Cap said the Hell Hydra in the elevator, they're going to, if you read the comics now,
I know the whole thing about Cap being a secret agent of Hydra.
I thought they're gonna do that in the future, but I guess not, because Cap retired. Yeah, but they could do it if they do like a movie just based on Cap's decision on why he stayed.
Like the what if kind of thing.
Yeah, like a what if thing, or because remember when he goes back, he went back. So there's 2 Caps. Yeah, one with Peg and one still Avenger and stuff. Yeah, and I know he helped them out. He had to. He couldn't just sit back and relax. And if he did, how the hell you get the shield? You just gypped the shield. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, like I said, it's a lot of plot holes. I love that Ant-Man had like a nice, significant role in this movie. Like, it's about time they give the man some credit where it's due, because in the comics, he's a smart guy in the comics. He's almost smarter than Tony in the comics.
Yeah. But you're talking about Hank Pym in the comics. Yeah. This is Scott Lang. So Scott Lang is a different, totally different Ant-Man.
That's true. That's true. You got me there. Yeah. But at the same time, it was like, Ant-Man's getting his shine, and he's the one that, if it wasn't for Ant-Man, the idea wouldn't have blossomed still. Yeah. Yes, Tony finessed it and made it possible, but Ant-Man was a blueprint. Yeah. Like I said, I like Hawkeye becoming Ronin, like in the comics, busting ass everywhere he went, which is fair. Like, the man lost his family.
I like the way they introduced the movie. Yeah, that made the whole aspect of him becoming Ronin make so much more sense. Yeah, and the fact that Natasha was like not trying to hunt him down, but just watching out for him, because she knew like what happened to him.
Like, the man had to blow some stress. Him killing a lot of the Yakuza is there. do what you gotta do, man. That and what else was I was feeling? Captain Marvel. That she had no airtime. Nah, joking still, but she just too like she came in. Where is he? I'm gonna go kill him, huh? And it's like, yo, slow your roll. Even Cap had to like kind of sun her a little bit. He goes like, yo, this isn't space. I know that's your beef, but this is Earth. Just relax.
Yeah. It's like, what's the difference? Like, especially when what's his name? When Banner was like, yo, we already got our asses handed to him. What's the difference of us going after him now? And her line is like, you didn't have me. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Like even in her own movie, she wasn't even putting in that much work.
No.
Like the cockiness, man. I was just like, whatever. And what I liked when Thor had both of his hammers, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, the axe and the hammer.
Yeah.
That was cool. But I thought the end of the movie he was gonna give the hammer to the Valkyrie, because now she is running Asgard now. I thought he was gonna give her
the axe.
No, the hammer, but
couldn't.
Timeline stuff.
Yeah,
and
couldn't.
I know he had to give it back, whatever.
Yeah.
But I want to see what he does as a Guardian of the Galaxy. I like how he joined them to see what going on. The other plot hole that I seen was with Gamora.
Oh, that Gamora took off?
Or I don't think, I hope she took off and didn't get snapped because Tony destroyed Thanos' army. Technically, she is part of his army, so I'm hoping she didn't go to dust. I'm hoping, because Quill will go crazy because the man thought he found her. Let's go kick him in the nut, you know. So hopefully they can reunite, but it'd be awkward because I think that's because the snap was 5 years. So let's say 10 years. So there's a 10-year gap of knowledge and feelings between them two.
Yeah.
And she has no clue.
Yeah, she has nothing. She knows no information about him.
So it's like, is he going to get the girl at the end of the day? I don't know, man. But I want to see what Thor will do with the Guardians. That's it.
I wanted to see Tony with the Guardians. That's what I wanted. But they gave it to us because they had Tony fighting Thanos with the Guardians, with Spider-Man, with fucking what's his face, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, they gave us Tony with the Guardians. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, it's gonna be interesting, and especially that Chris Hemsworth has signed a 2-year deal with Marvel to come back for two more Marvel movies. So, you know, he could be in the next Guardians movie. I think he's probably gonna be in there.
Yeah.
In the next Guardians movie, so that should be interesting. So yeah, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that.